Make your business stand out in the best way with signage from Image 360. Image 360 combines the latest production technology, materials, and years of expertise to deliver you the best visual resources for your brand. From storefront signs to vehicle graphics and more. Learn more and get a quote today at image360signs.com. That's image, the number 360, signs.com. Image 360, your expert source for comprehensive custom signage and graphic solutions.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table.
No, seriously, I don't care how old you are, and if you're my children or not. The hell out of my office. Go play in traffic. Please, leave me alone. I'm recording a very important show for the president. All right. Hey, Eric, you there?
Is that how you get stuff done?
Oh, hey, man, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
That's not how I get stuff done. That's actually just causes more questions, to be honest with you.
Hey, man, well, happy Thanksgiving. This is going to release on Thanksgiving, and hope by everyone who's listening to this has a tummy full of turkey goodness.
A tummy full of turkey goodness, and the apocalypse hasn't happened all the way quite yet.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to know when we're in the apocalypse, or is it going to be like we see it after the fact? We're like, oh, we were in the apocalypse that whole time.
Well, I think it's going to be one of those jokes in like 20 years when we're, 10 years into the apocalypse and we know it. And we're going to be like, 2020 is hindsight. And that's when everything started.
Yeah, like we're going to have like a
catchphrase.
What do they call it? A post-mortem. Like when someone dies, like, and they do a post-mortem and they go, oh, he had cancer. Oh, okay.
That's why.
That's why he was so messed up.
All right, hold on. Stand by. Hold on. Did I just get the text right now? All right, stand by. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sure. I'm literally recording. Okay. Hold on. I just had to run to the fridge to get a beer.
Is this a very special episode where Chris has a heart attack and realizes that he should be getting exercise?
No, I had to run to the fridge to get a beer, and I ran out. Found out I was out of beer, so I ran to the store real quick, came back.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as long as it's, not anything that's indicative of how out of shape you are.
I'm sorry. What was the word about a dick?
Well, no.
Oh, well, we should be better at this. And obviously there are about 50,000 things that happened prior to me saying these words that we should be better at. But welcome to the show. My name's Chris Donovan. That's Eric Lecky.
That is me.
You know what? I got you something for your birthday or for Christmas.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Can I tell you what it is?
No. Actually, yeah, go ahead. I really don't care about these kind of things.
I know, and it's really not anything for you. I mean, guess it is, but I found your book, Coffee and Cigarettes.
Yes.
Now, is this the first or second one?
Coffee and Cigarettes is the most recent of that genre. So that
cool,
is
then I'm in this one.
Then yes, you are.
Okay, so I have to read. I pulled it out. I found it because I'm still unpacking from 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I found it, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Well,
I have it.
You're efficient. If nothing else, you're efficient.
Yeah, sure. But I found it, and I pulled it out, and I'm going to read it. It's sitting right next to my the books of other clients that I have that told me to read them, and I never did. So I'll do it now.
Okay. Do you want to
happy Christmas
live on air?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's start. Okay, hold on.
Let's just spend the next 2.5 hours of this podcast where you read from cover to cover. Start with all of the stuff that tells the copyright and all that stuff information. Like I want the full book.
Okay. Copyright 2018 Rat Pack Group LLC. Is that really your LLC?
Yes. Well,
nice.
It was until I didn't pay the freaking dues. So it's no longer an LLC. Suckers.
I mean, still use it. And then when you get a whole bunch of money, you just reinstate it and pay the fees. Anyway, all rights reserved. The book or any portion thereof may not be reproduced or used in any manner whatsoever. Okay, this is really boring, Eric. Jeez, you're a
No,
horrible
this is
writer.
great pod. No. This is
No,
great
this is
pod.
horrible.
Oh, no,
hold on. This is
Now's
funny
when you
though.
take a break. It's called a teaser, right? Go to
Is that
a
what it is?
commercial and then come back because people will want to hear how the rest of that first part goes.
Hold on. I love the last line though of this copyright page, and it says, "If you steal my shit, at least say it's good." That's pretty good. I like that. It's like highbrow.
Yeah, thanks. You know, what's funny is we went out yesterday. Our oldest daughter was doing like something with her friend, and just me and the wife and our youngest daughter went out, just trying to explore different parts of our city that we're still getting to learn. You know,
Okay.
and we found this walking trail, and we were kind of walking it, and we found one of those little book. What do they call them? Like
Free
neighborhood
library.
bookstores or
Free
or whatever it
libraries.
is. Yeah.
I'm building one.
Oh, okay. So so we found one,
Yeah.
and we were looking through it and everything. Oh, that's cool. And my wife goes, "Oh, if only you carried books on you at all times, you could leave some of your books in here." I said, "You mean like this?" And I pulled two books. I had the books in my car right there.
Shut the front door.
And then I wrote in there with a little card, "If you find this book enjoyable, please go on Amazon and rate and review." And we left them in the little neighborhood library thing.
That is awesome. That is so, you know what? That's smart. Now I carry stickers around so I can vandalize things, but I never thought about carrying on merch and giving it away or putting it places. But that's
Yeah, I
very
figured
smart.
it definitely cost me money. I mean, it's a losing proposition, but what the hell?
I can't wait till some kid goes to that free library and goes, "Hey, Mom, I got a new book called Cigarettes and Coffee," and she goes, "I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's a nerd book. A nerd. Let me see that."
Noir.
Oh yeah, no, you are noir not reading this.
All right. Well, this is our
Really
very
horrible pun.
that was horrible pun, but it's par for the course for us that we should be better at this. So,
True.
since this is our Thanksgiving episode, what are your plans? What do you plan on doing with the fam for Thanksgiving?
Well, beside the fact that they're probably going to be wrestling like they are at this exact moment in the background, not a whole lot really. We're just going to have my in-laws over who really don't do anything, beside my father-in-law drives a semi-truck, but it's like one of those things where like he pulls up to the dock, puts it in there and sits in his truck until it's done kind of thing. So he's not having a whole lot of interaction. So we're not worried about COVID, but all we're doing is just hanging out here. My
But
brother
what about the
coming
COVID
over.
that he transports?
Well, I mean, that's in bottles.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So he's transporting the liquid COVID. Oh,
Yeah, of course. Why would he mess around with just airborne?
Well, I mean, it's a union gig, and you figure, you make extra money for the one that's in the aerosol spray.
It is a union gig, and you're right. So I'm sure that Jimmy Hoffa, when he spoke up about it being not right,
We know that's where
COVID
Hoffa
too.
was killed. It was,
Yeah.
he knew that COVID was coming 37 years ago.
Well, no, it's COVID 2 back then. Now it's COVID-19. It's been a while.
Ah, that's true. Good point.
Yeah. And that's why what's his face was taken in for tax evasion too. Al Capone, yeah, he knew about COVID 14.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was like -5. COVID had -5.
My timeline is way fucked up.
Yeah, it was very fun. So yeah, you're just gonna kind of do the hang with immediate
Yeah.
family kind of thing. Yeah.
not
I
a
think
lot.
we're doing
You?
the same. This is our first Thanksgiving on our own. We've always gone to other people's houses for Thanksgiving, relatives. We have not cooked our own stuff. I think I mentioned this before. So we're just gonna kind of enjoy doing that. We're trying to assign everyone like a dish to cook so that everyone's involved.
And then you assign everyone a dish to clean.
No, that's what I have my
you gonna
wife
do?
for.
Are you going to deep fry?
That's what she's for.
Well, I mean, are you going to deep fry a turkey? Or are you going to put it in the oven like old school? Are you going to smoke it? Are you going to throw it onto a power line and see if it sizzles? Like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, I would really like to do the frying the turkey, though. I don't have the equipment. I didn't want to go buying that in year one, just as we're getting settled. I think
Yeah.
we're going to cook it the old fashioned way and just kind of do it at least once the normal way. And then we'll go crazy and do all kinds of weird stuff next year.
Yeah, I would say pick a side and fuck around with that, because that's what I've done before. But yeah, if you're not really, I mean, it's just you and your family. Honestly, if you mess up, what are you going to do? Have macaroni and cheese and ice cream sandwiches? Like, it's gonna be great.
Totally, exactly. And I got a question for you. I was thinking of brining the turkey, and I got to obviously defrost the sucker. How many days in advance do I need to brine and defrost and all that?
You need to do it needs to be unthawed or thawed or whatever the hell it is. It's thawed, right? Thawed to about 48 hours out. And then around that time, you also need to get it in the brine to soak for 12 to 48 is what it says.
Okay. So basically sometime around like Tuesday afternoon, it needs to be in the brine.
Yeah, that's good. That's probably good. I mean, how much booze are you putting in there? So maybe a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put a little bit of bourbon. I mean, I'm not a monster. This is America, but I'm going to put.
But you also live in Texas, so they do
Good
everything
point.
bigger there.
Yes. So no, I think we should actually start taking it out and putting it in the refrigerator today, and like let it start defrosting over the next 2 days.
Yeah, do that or set it on the counter for at least the first 7, 8 hours, 9 hours. You're trying to get it thawed, and then put it back in the fridge, and it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good, man. If you brine it, are you gonna do a stuffing?
We are. That's Monique's favorite dish. Is
Stuffing?
Yes.
She's Mexican.
I know, but that's her favorite dish.
She's so white bread, just like my wife. That's her favorite
totally
dish too.
Is right.
That's her favorite dish too.
She even goes, "Can we make extra stuffing? Like extra stuffing? You really want extra stuffing?"
Well, she's like, "What should I have my mom bring?" I'm like, "Have her bring your stuffing that you love." She goes, "I'm on a keto diet," and I'm like, "It's Thanksgiving. Have 2 spoonfuls." You know, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not a huge stuffing fan, but everybody else will eat it and love it. So, like, why not?
All right. Well, then here, how about we get to this then?
All right.
I want you to name, according to Time Magazine.
Oh shit.
They have ranked the top 10 items at Thanksgiving dinner. So it can be very.
That we hate.
It's very, very specific. No, top 10. Like this is all
that we want.
See if you can get all 10. Yes, this is according to the United States as a whole. What do you think? Can you name all top 10 items
on the menu
say are the favorites of Americans at Thanksgiving?
At Thanksgiving on the menu.
On the menu.
Okay, cool. After we do this, we'll do the top 3 at Thanksgiving that are not on a menu.
Okay.
We'll talk about family.
Here we go. So give it to
me. Turkey.
Absolutely. That's actually, believe it or not, number 10. I think people like the side dishes more than they like the main dish, but that's number 10.
All right. Cranberry sauce?
No cranberry sauce.
That's awesome because I don't like that crap either. But every year it's at my table.
It's always
for some
there.
Weird,
yeah.
Okay, then I would say ham.
Ham, in my opinion, which is more superior to turkey in every way, and yes, ham is on there.
I would say stuffing or dressing or whatever you call it.
Stuffing is number 2.
Gravy.
On the list. Gravy is number 3.
Mashed potatoes.
I thought would be a tricky one. Yeah, mashed potatoes is number 6.
What are those things with marshmallows on top that are like ugly potatoes? Gross. Yams.
Ugly potatoes. Yams are sweet potatoes with marshmallows is number 4. It is.
Is it really say sweet potatoes
South.
with marshmallows?
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. So how many more do I got to hit?
You have one. You have number 8, number 7, and number 1.
That's it. I thought I hit more than that. Okay. Is there rolls like dinner rolls?
No.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I guess that's overrated because the rolls that we always got was always the crappiest rolls. Like there's so many better rolls. I like to recommend Hawaiian rolls to everyone.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the rolls are usually the thing that was left in the oven, and we're like, we ate all that dinner and didn't have any bread.
Yeah, and at the very end, you realize there's bread.
Yeah.
Or it's just like I start making little mini sandwiches. I cut open the rolls, and I'm like, ooh, let me shove some of this ham and turkey in here, and
melt some cheese on it, make it a warm sandwich.
I will say there's another thing that I like to shove inside of this that you have not named yet.
Okay. Well, I think I'm forgetting dessert also.
Possibly.
Right. Okay. So I would say like pumpkin pie.
Pie in general is number 1. It is the thing that people look forward to the most. All you're missing is number 7 and number 8.
Number 7 and 8.
Think
okay.
Side dishes.
I was gonna say like a green bean casserole or green bean salad.
Casserole is number 8. It says it came out after World War II. It was created in the early 1950s by the Campbell Soup Company as a way to sell off the remaining
green beans
of mushroom.
Mushroom. Oh, because that's in there too. Oh, okay, cool. No wonder I hate it.
Except, I hate it. Well, we're doing it this year, except for we're doing it with cream of chicken.
Oh, that's okay. That's better. That's what I make my enchiladas out of. So we're good with that.
One more. And it's something that you make pretty well. I know you've made this pretty well. I like to personally add jalapenos and pancetta to my version. What do you think it is?
Did I say mashed potatoes already?
You have.
Okay. Jalapenos and pancetta. That sounds like something you'd put on like pizza. Or
it actually would be delicious on pizza.
Yeah, it would. I would say
ooey gooey.
Jell-O?
No. Welcome to new jalapeno and pancetta flavored Jell-O. We have reached the end, people.
I mean, I wouldn't pass that by you. I literally have to ask you if you ate that or not.
When it's, how about this? Here's a hint. It's really, really good when it's homemade, and it's horrible when it's out of a box.
Childhood.
Yeah, that as well.
No, I don't know.
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yes. Macaroni and cheese. Son of a.
Fresh made macaroni and cheese is
dumbest
absolutely
bullshit
delicious.
ever.
It's one of my favorite foods, but yet if you made me the macaroni and cheese in the box, I would throw it at your face.
Are you talking Kraft or Velveeta?
Either one, man.
Really?
I mean, I don't know who has the worst. I mean, anytime you have a powdered cheese, I'm sorry. It's not.
Well, Velveeta's the creamy cheese. That's why I asked, because Velveeta's real cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. It's not really that hard to make macaroni and cheese, and it's so much better.
Yeah, I agree
Ooh,
with
you
you.
add the spice. Oh, I open up a bottle of Frank's Red Hot and I dump it in there as I'm stirring it up and coating all the noodles with it, so it's a little spicy. Ooh.
Did you ever, when you were younger, you probably forced to eat the Kraft mac and cheese, right?
Oh, absolutely. Which is
Okay.
why I can't eat it anymore. I think I literally had my life's fill.
You ever put ketchup on it?
Well, we weren't as white trash as you were.
I didn't do that until after I was actually to like 18 or 19 when I moved in with my first roommate. I almost threw up the first time he did it, but then I tried it and I was like, okay, you're not that dumb. So I want you to do this next time before we record a show, which you have 2 weeks.
Okay.
Find some Kraft mac and cheese, make it, throw up first, wash your mouth out, have a little more, and then put ketchup on it and try it again.
Okay, so you're basically saying the throw up will happen.
Oh, well, you said you hate it, and it
Yeah.
reminds you of your childhood. So every time you talk about it, you throw up usually.
And I'm a little finicky eater too, so yeah, that makes sense.
I'm sorry. You have fins now? What was that word?
Yeah, I'm a fin eater.
Fin eater. Okay, cool. All right.
What is okay? So we just went through. We named the top 10 and all that, but I gotta ask,
Okay.
What is your favorite main dish and side dish, and what is your preferred dessert? So what is it like if you get to have it Thanksgiving your way? What's the main protein? What's the side dish, and what's the dessert?
Okay, I would have to say, my main dish would be pizza. My side dish would be cheeseburger. My dessert would be an ice cream sandwich. No, I'm just kidding. I would say I'm super lame when it comes to this. You throw a little bit of turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and that's all I need. That and then
it's just really simple, right? Like,
like a nice piece of white meat turkey where I could, if I wanted to put it in a roll and then like dip it in the mashed potatoes in the gravy, and then dessert. I mean, ice cream's boring, but I do love a nice slice of pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie to me looks like baby diarrhea, like when I would change my daughter's diapers when they were young. So I have a hard time. I used to love pumpkin pie, but after I became a father, it strikes me as odd. I gotta say, I kind of agree with you. Like keeping it basic. Everyone likes to do some really crazy and wacky. You always have some aunt or something that comes over and there's like, I invented a new way to make casserole, and it's always something really stupid. It's like
covered in yams underneath.
Yes.
Pineapple.
It's stupid. Yeah. I mean, think about it. People actually started putting marshmallows on things and that became a tradition. So I would say that if you just made a really good, like deep fried turkey, cut it with some juice, it's a juicy white meat, and you had some just really good mashed potatoes and gravy, I am 100% in. I would say the only thing I maybe would substitute it is because mashed potatoes and gravy, that's good. But what about, since I was just talking about that macaroni and cheese, what about like a good heavy spoonful of like that, a good well-made macaroni and cheese with the turkey, and then for dinner, for dessert, ooh man, just a delicious pie that's homemade, not a store-bought, not a Marie Callender's, one that someone made. I don't even care the flavor.
Something you were smelling as it was being made, which makes it even better. Yes. Okay, so now I'm not going to disagree with you, but I have one stipulation on the mac and cheese. It has to be a little creamier. I want to be able to
you want it dry. You want it liquefied.
A little bit, but not a ton. I want to be able to scoop it up on my turkey just a little bit and have a little bit drip off while I get a bite.
Oh, nice. So you're looking for viscosity, like the oil commercials, like when you're new Mobil 5W30, it's the highest viscosity of any oil. You want a high viscosity cheese.
I do want the highest synthetic oil they have.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now you were mentioning bottom three. What is the thing that someone's gonna like? I know this is a weird year because we're kind of just cooking whatever we want for ourselves.
Yeah,
at home.
But stop pretending like we haven't hated going to fucking Thanksgiving dinner every year.
Absolutely. So what is the thing where you're like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to eat or this is gonna be there, and I hope I do not want this even on my plate. What is it?
Well, I'll tell you in 1 second, but first I want to say I think it was about 2 years after I got married where I was like, okay, I'm a grown ass man. I'll decide what and what I'm not going to eat when I go to somebody else's house. When my wife's like, try that. I'm like, Fuck no, that does not look good to me. I'm not doing that.
That's
So
what being
there
an
was a
adult
moment
is.
I had.
It's being able to say, I don't want to eat that.
Yeah,
and
but
therefore I will not eat that.
Exactly. But I would say that cranberry is way up there. The marshmallow one with the sweet potatoes, that's on the top.
Have you ever had the cranberry that's like homemade from scratch, like from actual cranberries?
No, just not a fan. I mean, granted, it looks really cool when it comes out of that can because it looks just like the can. But it tastes gross. I don't like it.
Okay. I'm going
What
to
do you
say
got?
it's going to be that green bean casserole, the way
Oh,
it's
yes, that
traditionally
too.
made with like the freaking crumbly onions, cream of mushroom soup. And then no one ever cooks the green beans long enough. So they're still crunchy.
Yeah, they're all hard, right?
Yeah.
Did they
It's
put
like
bread on top or something too? Like
yeah.
yeah.
No, they crumble up French's crumbled onion.
Okay, that's what I saw. Yeah,
crisps
yeah,
or whatever. And it's like, okay, you have crunchy green beans, hate it. Cream of mushroom soup, hate it. Almond shavings in it, hate it. And the onions on top, hate it. Like I literally hate every part of that dish. And it's like, unless the green beans are cooked and they're like soft, maybe then I could pick at it. But I always hate the green bean casserole.
There's definitely a texture of the green bean where it has to not be so crunchy, but not be so squishy. It's like an hour window, I think, when you have to have it, that the green beans are the best. And if you have it outside that window, it's pretty much vomit. And I don't like it anyway. I'm not a fan of that at all. And I'll never put it on my plate.
And like I said, and how about the fact that that's always someone who that's their specialty, right? Like
yeah, right.
Someone's always like, I brought my special green bean casserole. It's always a casserole. It's never like, hey, Aunt Martha is an amazing pie baker and she brings over like 4 pies. Nope, doesn't exist. Only in the movies. It's always someone who's like, I made sweet potato casserole, which means I just cooked them till they were mushy and then dumped a bag of marshmallows on top.
Yeah, I'm the mashed potato guy. Every time we ever ended up somewhere for a family holiday dinner, they're like, "Hey, have Christy's mashed potatoes." So I'm always the mashed potato guy.
What do you have that's special? What's your secret ingredient?
There's a couple, but they're
Pubic
garlic.
hair.
They're garlic mashed potatoes, but I use baby reds and I put mozzarella cheese in it with butter and sour cream.
I put 1 pubic hair in the mix, not only for seasoning and saltiness, but it's kind of like when you eat a tamale and you would get the olive inside, like the one that's like the prize. And so we always say, who found the pubic hair? And we all laugh.
I'm glad I've never been to dinner at your house for Thanksgiving. I really, really
well, dinner. I mean,
that. Actually, the one time I was, you left, so I was okay.
The dinners that we used to make for you when you lived with us, I would dip my ball sack in every soup that we handed you. So
That's
it
fine.
was just enjoying watching you eat it.
I brushed my teeth with your maker's mark, so it's all good.
I have.
All right, what else you got?
I have a few Thanksgiving facts. Did you know?
God.
Did you know that the first Thanksgiving was actually a 3-day affair? And my argument is, yes. How about we make Thanksgiving a 3-day holiday? Think about it. We have the audacity to have a holiday on a Thursday. And then some people have to go back to work on Friday, which is just the most pathetic thing ever.
Yes.
Why not? And the day before Thanksgiving, I've been in sales my whole life. The day before Thanksgiving is one of the worst sales days ever because no customer, it's like the day before Christmas, right? No customer wants to see you. Mm-hmm. No one's looking to buy anything. It's like whatever we have.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Have on hand is what we have, right? So why not make Thanksgiving a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday holiday? Then you obviously get Saturday and Sunday, and it becomes this national day of rest for our nation, where we get like this 5-day weekend, so to speak, holiday every single week. Every single year.
You probably have about 30% of the population on board with that, but then the other 70% that are like super ridiculous and have to go out and buy shit at like 1:30 in the morning right after they had some turkey are not going to agree with you, because what's going to happen if you shut down Black Friday, unlike this year, obviously?
I would say you offer it like a holiday pay, so that becomes double time pay.
Yeah,
so
but
listen,
still.
store, if you want to stay open, great. You have to pay your employees double.
Yeah, and then you have to feed them, and it has to be turkey left over from your house
that you brought
that
personally.
you brought, and you put marshmallows on and cooked.
Another little interesting fact was there was
All right.
no turkey at the first Thanksgiving. In fact, they believe that the first colonists, along with the Native Americans, at their 3-day affair, ate lobster,
Wow.
seal, and swans.
And smoked a lot of weed, probably.
I guess so, but seal. Like swan, I could get because you're like, okay, that's kind of like a duck, and it's a bird. I could cook it and eat it, and I get lobster because they were in the Massachusetts area,
Boston.
Pennsylvania area. So I get that. Seal?
Yeah, no, I would just think at that point they were plentiful, probably easy to catch. So they're like, well, we got to figure out how to cook them because there's like 40 over there saying, eat me, when they were, probably running low on buffalo.
They were running low on buffalo, and they had killed. They had eaten all of the Native Americans at that point.
Oh, I thought I was talking about the Native Americans because I'm sure the Native Americans are the ones that brought in the seal, not us.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Not
yeah,
the white people. The white people look at seals and go, "Ew, I'm not eating that dog that swims."
So, did you know in 1939, in an effort to boost the economy, Thanksgiving was actually celebrated on the third Thursday in November, not the fourth, because President Roosevelt kind of channeled a Black Friday mindset and decided to move the Thanksgiving during his presidency to give people more shopping days till Christmas.
And people liked that.
I know it actually angered football coaches because I guess it messed up like with football schedules and stuff like that. See, even back then, America was beholden to its football.
NFL, right?
Yeah.
The largest nonprofit.
Actually,
in the
I think
world.
back then it was college football.
Oh, on a Thursday. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's fun. I don't. Whatever. Like, honestly, do we have any control out of anything that comes down with like you're gonna do this? Like, I don't know. I don't care. Next.
The other thing is, have you ever called the Butterball Turkey Line, which claims it answers over 100,000 calls each season? It's for people who are having their cooking crisis. They're halfway through the day and they're realizing they've messed something up, and you can call the Butterball Hotline. This also used to be a really funny gag that David Letterman would do every year, where he would call into the Butterball Hotline with like prank calls. But have you ever had to call? This is obviously I could look it up on the internet, but Have you ever had to call in for help with anything like that?
No, but I've heard about people doing that, and I'm so like, is it still a thing now? That would be amazing. I would call in and like prank call them.
Well, as of last year, but what's here? Actually, here's the thing. I think if there's going to be a year where you're going to need the Butterball Hotline, it's going to be this year. Because think of how many people like me and my family are going to be cooking for the first time.
Exactly.
And kind of are like, wait, how do you do this again? I guarantee you there's going to be someone who takes the turkey out to thaw like on Thursday at like 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah. And then they have takeout for dinner. They're like, rah, 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 rah. Oh, wait.
Rah, 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 rah.
Oh, it's so funny. My wife the other day, she's like, so I know that with everything going on, we're going to get a turkey, right? I'm like, yeah, we'll get a turkey. And I go, and if we don't, well, you know what? We have 2 ducks in back. We'll have duck.
Ouch. And you haven't named them yet, right? Like if you name
Nibbler
them, really
and Waddle.
Oh, Jesus.
I could eat anything with a name. I don't give a damn.
That's
true. The really weird thing to say.
I get it.
Well, that's not true. I do have a soul. And honestly, I just don't name my food usually. But if it's a pet like that and it's like also food, I don't mind.
Yeah. I got one other thing. We were just talking on last episode, the ranking of our online, whether it's Zoom or whether it's GoToMeeting or anything like that. So I saw this week that Zoom, and their infinite kindness, has decided to take away the limits on Zoom for this upcoming week, so that everyone has the ability to talk to family and pipe family in on Thanksgiving and celebrate. And I thought, isn't that backwards? Isn't that the time when you need a time limit? Because you don't want like grandpa, like your semi-racist grandpa to say like, I got unlimited time. I can talk through this whole meal. You kind of want it to be where it's like, oh, grandpa, the Zoom meeting's running out. Sorry, but thank you. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed that on the head. Now it's funny because I think everybody's going to like pull up a Zoom thing and be like, all right, cool. Here's the thing. If you want to join I'll be around. We'll be walking around. Like, I think we might have people on Zoom all day long, just computer set up in our house somewhere.
You know, it'd be a great idea if you're a celebrity. Why couldn't you monetize it and say, let's say you're, Channing Tatum or whatever, and you're like, hey, come visit me and my family during Thanksgiving. You could zoom in and have Thanksgiving with us if you donate, $100 to whatever. And you could just give out the password to the people who pay.
Yeah.
And they zoom in and think of how many people would have, Al Pacino's house on at a Zoom call, and that would totally pay $50 or $100. And
like
if you're like some, I don't know, I don't even know who's popular anymore. Like, name me some pop star. Taylor Swift. If you're Taylor Swift and you said, hey, y'all, come visit me for, that's my impression, by the way, because that's how she talks, I guess.
Really,
I don't know. I've never heard her talk. Hey, y'all, come on in and visit me for Thanksgiving. It'll only be $9.99. And by the way, she would get 100 million people that would pay $9.99 to see her at her house and do it.
It's basically streaming somebody's dinner is all you're doing at that point.
But people would pay for it.
Yeah, totally. It's like a pay-per-view. It's a Thanksgiving pay-per-view. And why don't we sell it like that? Your Thanksgiving pay-per-view with your favorite celebrities.
And what if you're a celebrity that has celebrity fans over? Like George Clooney says, oh, I'm going to have, Matt Damon and Brad Pitt and his family and all these people.
You're like Ocean's 11 for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Ocean's 11 for Thanksgiving. We've hooked up 5 cameras in the house, and it's just, you're going to just listen to conversation and watch us eat, and you could do it, and you got to pay $10 to get in. They would make $100 million in one day.
Yeah, and that's just on Thanksgiving. I just had a better idea. Slumber parties.
Ooh, sexy slumber parties?
Celebrity slumber parties. And wherever it goes, it's up to them, because I remember seeing a picture of Vanessa Bryant and Sierra hanging out with their kids. Obviously, kids are optional. But what if that was a thing? Because you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we're doing that, why don't we do wedding night honeymoon suite celebrity edition?
I mean, like, are the celebrities on their wedding night honeymoon?
Yeah. Like when 2 like Hollywood celeb couples get married, if they were to put a cam in their wedding room and watch them having their like wedding night sex, it could literally solve the budget. If you said this is going to help pay down the budget of the United States, and it was like 2 Hollywood power couples, and you just filmed them having sex on their wedding night and charged for it, we could solve the federal deficit.
It's only a matter of time, man. I mean, honestly, what day is it right now? It's November 2020, which everything's going to reference back to 2020 for the rest of our freaking life.
Yep.
But remember this, November 2020, you said it's going to be that way. It will, I promise you. It's going to take about everything.
6 or 7 years, but someone is going to do that. Or like I said, that my Thanksgiving idea, think about it. And once you learn how to monetize that, why don't you do Christmas morning? Watch the Clooney family open up their Christmas gifts on Christmas morning, and watch out, because George has a special message for everyone at the end of this. And maybe at the end, hey, if you watch during our live Christmas feed, George is going to mention a code that you can go to, and you have 1 hour where you could buy, all the DVDs for half off, or, something, right? And you could totally do it. You'd make hundreds of millions of dollars.
And I think if we make this work, we'd only have to work 1 day a year. Thanksgiving.
Well, it would help those people who are famous just for being famous, like all the YouTube stars.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to come down to that, because people, I mean, if this gets tighter and tighter with quarantine and bull crap, or people are just not wanting to go out because they're silly, and internet and cameras and everything's getting better, those 3D cameras only a matter of time away. You just put one on the middle of your dinner table, somebody's sitting right next to you.
You have it secure. You charge an admission to get in and view the cam. You could even do it where it's like, hi, I'm, freaking Liam Neeson. I've never cooked before. Watch me cook my Thanksgiving dinner. All you have to do is pay $19.99 and you can cook along with Liam or whatever.
Okay. So again, going back to my point, we're turning into Demolition Man. They had that in Demolition Man with everybody sitting around a table off on a machine, like watching a staff meeting. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. See,
I'm telling you, we're getting there. It's happening. We're almost there.
The San Angeles Police Department is going to be something soon, because they're going to have to fire one of them.
Do I have to have my hairstyle like they do, though?
I mean, like who do? Which one? You want to be like Wesley Snipes?
Yes, like the Wesley Snipes character. I think we should all have to have our hair like that.
No, I think you'd have a fonder haircut if you were more like the Rob Schneider.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably be a Sandra Bullock, I think. With my hair length now.
You know what, Chris? In every movie, you're the Sandra Bullock.
All right, Keanu.
All right. Let's wind today's Thanksgiving episode up with a quick game of Rotten Tomatoes Thanksgiving edition.
Hooray for Hollywood. It's really got me. Hooray. 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 Hooray for Hollywood.
Damn it, I wasn't ready. You told me to just record. You didn't say be sober.
Yeah, well, you never are. So our
True.
Thanksgiving movies, I left off the greatest Thanksgiving movie of all time, Planes, Trains,
Home
and
Alone.
Automobiles,
Oh.
because we did it before, and it is the world's most perfect movie, and I love it. So instead, I picked three other, and let me tell you, Thanksgiving is a hard holiday to find movies about.
A Serial Mom.
Well, I didn't pick this one. Next time you pick the movies. All right, first up. This is about a fat man who's not very coordinated. And no, it's not a home movie about myself. This is when a shopping mall is taken over by a gang of organized crooks. It's up to a mild-mannered security guard to save
Paul
the day.
Blart.
Paul Blart, mall cop, because the whole movie takes place on Thanksgiving, and he's patrolling as everyone preps for Black Friday the next day, and that's when everyone breaks in.
Oh, cheese and rice. Okay, well, a couple things. I know the producer, one of the producers of this movie.
You do. In fact, we met him at a podcast.
We did. Todd Garner, great guy. I love that guy. I hope he listens. If you do listen, hey Todd, what's going on? Tell Adam hi for me, Sandler. Yeah, no, we're good friends. Anyway, but I know it tanked because that's what he gets the questions every time he goes somewhere. Why do you make shitty movies?
But it made they made a sequel.
Yeah, no.
So it tanked. You're right, but then it made enough money that they made a second one.
Yeah, but they also made 3 Dumb and Dumbers.
That's true. And the third one I've never seen, and I never seen the second one. I've only seen the first one.
Okay, so there you go. So, but he's always made the answer that if I can make a movie that makes you escape from reality for 15 to 20 minutes at a time and laugh at stupid things, then I'm doing my job right. Because anyway, long story, listen to his podcast, Producer's Guide. It's on everywhere you get podcasts. But I'm going to say it got like a 40.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. There's no way this is any good. I'm going to go a little lower, and I'm going to say 30. All right, next up. Let's see if I can do my impression. Squeezing the is brother. This movie features Pauly Shore. It is from 1993. It is about a young woman who is going to be going home for Thanksgiving break from college, and
in the army now.
No, her stupid friend from school is going to come join her. She lives on a farm. I used to have the hots for this girl in here, but I don't know what happened to her. It features Pauly Shore, and the girl's name is
Son-in-law
Carla Gugino. And
Carla. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, the movie is Son-in-Law from 1993. And I almost thought about watching this movie with my kids.
Oh my God, don't do that.
We watch a lot of movies. We love to do family movie night. And I've literally run out of things to show them.
Really?
Like, we've watched movies from the 40s and 50s and 60s, and I've watched new movies and comedies from the 90s and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, okay, guys, we're going to have a movie night. And like, what are we going to watch? I'm like, I got nothing because I've shown you everything.
There's got to be a genre they don't like. Pick something out of that and kind of dive into that a little bit, like dabble in it.
Yeah, but it's like stuff that my wife wouldn't let me show them, like horror movies and stuff like that. I mean, I can't show them that kind of stuff.
Not like Lord of the Rings or something?
We watched all 3 Lord of the Rings.
Okay, well then if you like the sci-fi and fantasy, then you need to bounce over to like musicals. Have you seen Mary Poppins Returns?
Yes, we have.
That bitch didn't pay me back. Okay, what movie?
Son-in-Law from 1993. This is a height of Pauly Shore's fame, where for some reason people found him funny, and he got to make movies.
Yeah, no. The height is a very loose term. Let's see. I'm gonna say even lower, honestly. I said 40 for Paul Blart. I'm gonna go like a 27.
I'm also with you, but I'm gonna say my exact same score from last time. I'm gonna say a 30. But I remember this movie making me laugh, but I also remember it as horrible and stupid.
Yeah, this movie was not good. Just like in the Army Now or in Encino Man. Kind of was like beginning of it all. Encino Man was like the beginning, and all.
And by the way, I've shown Encino Man to the kids already, so they've seen that one.
But it's like
they found Pauly Shore weird.
It's like that was the first movie he made, and everybody's like, oh, okay, cool. And then he made a bunch more, and it was like, oh, those are the sequels that that's like Lion King 1.5 kind of thing. Every movie after that.
Yeah, and it's not like he has a lot of range, right? So he's literally kind of similar to Kevin James and Paul Blart. It's like he could do a few things. Oh, but he always works with the hottest girls, because I remember I had the hots for the girl in Son-in-Law. I love the girls in Biodome.
Oh God, yes. but it was also
Encino
opposite
Man,
of Baldwin.
not his love interest, but Sean Austin's love interest. I had the hots for.
Yeah.
In the Army now is the girl with the really short hair, Lori.
Lori Right Hand.
Yeah, so whatever it is. But yeah, he always has just the girls I had like crushes on in the 90s in his movies.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I don't know how, well, I know exactly how he did it because I'm a little bit more versed in the business. But when it was going on, I remember thinking, this fucking guy? Oh, I could totally do it.
And that's what gave you the
ambition to come down here and be your best friend.
Yeah, there it is.
That's what it is. Okay, so what's
All
the third
movie? Last movie. All right, this one's a classic. They air it every year on CBS, and it is a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Oh, good God.
I will say that here's my theory on Charlie Brown. I don't think anyone actually likes Charlie Brown. I think they're just nostalgic for it because it reminds them of childhood. But I don't think anyone actually is like, oh, good, Charlie Brown. There's going to be some good humor and funny jokes. Nope, there's nothing funny about it. It's awkward. There's no good acting. There's no good storyline. But yet everyone loves it.
You know, there's a whole bunch of regret and shame. And I mean, honestly, I think most people watch it because they think he's a cancer kid. I mean, let's be honest. This is probably like his, this is, what's that thing? The last thing you get to do? My dream. Why am I coming up with a blank on that?
Because you're drunk.
Mostly. No, but like Make a Wish. This is like his Make a Wish was for somebody to draw a cartoon about him, and it just happened to get freaking good. So I think people feel bad about it.
It's really not funny, but I do think it's a nostalgia thing. So do the critics have nostalgia for it, or do they review it for what it is? What say you?
I'm going to just go in the middle because I don't know. I'm going to go 50.
No, it's got to be more than that. This is, I mean, come on, it's got to be like 75 or something. There's people that are going to love this thing and find it wonderful. And all right, well, whatever. Let's look at these scores.
What are you going to say then?
I don't know. I have nothing else to say except for I think it's overrated.
What's
I don't
your score?
think anyone has ever. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 75.
Okay, you said at least 75. So
okay. Well, 75. I'll do 75.
All right, I'll put you down for 75.
Okay, so here we go. Paul Blart Mall Cop, which came out in 2009. God, 2009. Wow, really? You guessed a 40. I guessed a 30. We were both right there in the neighborhood because the score is a 34.
Oh, 34. Okay, cool.
Okay. Next up, Son-in-Law from 1993 with Pauly Shore. You guessed a 27. I guessed a 30. You are a little closer than I am because that is a hot 21 points.
Wow. So I'm 6
so
away.
You're in a commanding lead right there. 13 to 12. You're in a lead by 1.
Are you doing the math?
Yes, I am. Well, because it's really easy. You were 6 points off 2 times now. So you're 12.
Stop saying numbers. I'm trying to do the math.
All right. Finally, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving from 1973. Unfortunately, you had this win and won and in the bag, and then you flopped on this one. So you guessed a 50, I guess a 75. We were both way off. It proves my point. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, there's no real review on it because everyone's just nostalgic about it. There's no way this is true.
Shit.
They gave it a 100 perfect score. I think that reviewers are scared to say this is a piece of trash because they'll be attacked. So they're just like, yeah, it's a great movie.
It's not good. No, you're right. It's not good. The animation's not good. The music's redundant.
There is no story. Go ahead. Name me the story.
Well, there is no story. It's just
exactly.
A bunch of kids complaining about life, like with the parents not listening. It's pretty much my life.
He thinks the line "good grief" is funny because they say it 112 times. It's good grief, Charlie Brown, and I'm supposed to go, whoa, zinger.
We should do a Charlie Brown episode. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Anyways,
I think it'd be 10
up
minutes
until
of what
that
you just
last
saw.
one. I was way off. I was 25 off, but you were 50 off. So
I just don't think that the last one matters. I think I still won the game because Charlie Brown doesn't matter. It's like people rating Jesus. Of course, you have to rate him perfect because if not, somebody will kill you.
So what you're saying is Charlie Brown equals Jesus. Okay. Now
I mean,
we know where you stand.
Not follically, but yeah, everything else.
Follically. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for us. I want everyone to have a safe and a healthy Thanksgiving. Just enjoy that time with your immediate family. Don't be too bummed that you don't get to go see a bunch of people that you don't really care about anyways.
No, and then really look into your inner self because you're not going to get to go to these parties. You're not going to get to hang out with family and find out exactly which person you are at these parties. Are you drunk uncle? Are you annoying cousin? Are you stupid woman? Like, which one are you at these parties? And understand that. And then work on it.
Yeah, work on it. And I will say, F the government and F the media. And if you want to go hang out at Thanksgiving, do what the hell you're going to do, because they don't have to follow the rules. So they can shove it up their ass and you can do whatever the hell you want. However, me and my family will make the choice to just be by ourselves and hang out. But I'm not going to hold it against anyone that wants to go visit family members, because apparently the rules only have to be followed by poor people, and the ultra rich and the politicians get to kind of do whatever they want, and so F them.
Here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about recording our next podcast, which will be after Thanksgiving, and I'll get to learn exactly how Eric burnt down part of his house.
Yes.
This is going to be fun.
Yes, and we could also talk about when I was trying to trim a fig tree for the first time and prune it back, and I half sawed off most of my fingers. Which we could also talk about, but that'll be for next week after Thanksgiving. Everyone enjoy your holiday, eat some turkey, get really fat, do all the things that you enjoy, drink some alcohol, and watch some football.
What he said, and go to thisisfunner.com and listen to some podcasts and look at some videos.
There you go. Sounds good to me, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, catch you later.
My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Oh, I love turkey on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.